2005 সালের 12ই জুন পাকিস্তানের বিরুদ্ধে জাতীয় দলের হয়ে আত্মপ্রকাশ হয়েছিল সুনীল ছেত্রীর। 19 বছর হতেই ঠিক 6 দিন বাকি থাকতে কুয়েতের বিরুদ্ধে শেষ ম্যাচ খেলে নিজের বুট জোড়া তুলে রাখবেন সুনীল। 2 সপ্তাহ আগেই নিজের সোশ্যাল মিডিয়া হ্যান্ডেলে কুয়েত ম্যাচের পর নিজের অবসর ঘোষণার কথা জানিয়েছেন তিনি। 6 জুন ভরা দর্শকের সামনে সুনীল তার ফুটবল ক্যারিয়ারের একটি স্মরণীয় জয়ের মাধ্যমে সমাপ্তি করতে চাইবেন। পাশাপাশি এই ম্যাচ সুনীলের জন্য শুধু বিদায়ী ম্যাচ নয়, বরং এটি হতে চলেছে ভারতীয় ফুটবল ইতিহাসের একটি গুরুত্বপূর্ণ মুহূর্ত। কারণ কুয়েতের বিরুদ্ধে জয়লাভ করলে ভারতীয় দল প্রথমবারের মতো ফিফা বিশ্বকাপ কোয়ালিফায়ারের 3য় রাউন্ডে জায়গা নিশ্চিত করবে। এই মরণবাচন ম্যাচের আগেই সুনীল ছেত্রী বড়িয়া মজুমদারকে দেওয়া একান্ত সাক্ষাৎকারে তার বিদায়ী ম্যাচ নিয়ে কী বললেন, চলুন শুনে নিই।
Very special interview with a hero of mine. In fact, a hero to all of us. Younger to me, but there's no qualms in saying that he's been a role model to everybody who follows Indian sport and follows it closely. Sunil Chetri, welcome. Thank you very much for your time, firstly.
Thank you so much for the kind words.
And why? Why? I mean, look at you. I spoke to Gurpreet, I spoke to Sandesh, I spoke to Igor. You are still the fittest, you're still the most committed. Why?
I mean, as I said, it started with an instinct. And then I did all the permutations, the combinations, and the thought. And I think it's now I'm in peace. When I decided that I'm going to stop after the Kuwait game, at first, I was a little bit jittery and I had the same queries, but now I'm in peace and I think I did the right thing.
National color for Sunil Chetri. I mean, always you have said that I want to leave the dressing room. Whoever comes after me will inhabit a better dressing room, a better team. So when you look back and this particular game, set it up for me.
Yeah, the culture was very important. Very soon I realized that you got to have a holistic approach when it comes to the national team. We were too focused, and I understand at the time about that one particular game, this, that. But I think as an Indian footballer and as a fan, we had to, at that time, have a more holistic approach. What it does is that it gives you a lot of nice perspective. And that's what I probably am going to leave in the dressing room. Every boy who is there and is going to come will understand what the culture is and what he has to do for the team. And that's something that I and a lot of players are very proud of. That's something that we have changed. The results are not exponential now, but slowly and steadily you will see that the culture that the dressing room has will give us some nice dividends.
Do you realize you're Sunil Chetri? Do you realize the weight that it carries now? Serious question, because there are few. I mean, you, to an extent, Tendulkar, these are kind of elevated role models of India. Do you realize the burden that you now have for the next 40 years of your life?
I enjoy it. Very strangely, after I announced the amount of videos that I've got from people personally on social media is, I must say, I'm overwhelmed. Some of the videos that I watch of people saying some amazing stuff about me is, I feel very fortunate. I always have felt fortunate and privileged, but the last 7-8 days has been outstanding, and I don't take it for granted, and I am really thankful. But yeah, at the same time, sar pe nahi chadne deta, because it's just the love and the affection of the people. I've not done something extraordinary, and I'm not trying to be humble. I did my work for the last 19 years for the country and 23 years for the club. I've enjoyed it. I'm not a huge fan of using the word sacrifice, because what I've done is put hard work and I've enjoyed it. My work is not that difficult, and hence whenever I get this kind of adulation, I feel a little bit awkward. But I must admit, the last 7 days has been outstanding. Thank you for all of you. I mean, some of the videos are it makes me emotional, happily.
One thing you once told me, and it has stayed with me and will always stay with me till I live. I don't eat what I like, I eat what I need. आप मुझे ये बताइए, अभी भी आप वही, ये philosophy आया कहाँ से? And this is now a philosophy आपने बाकी सबको, Gurpreet was telling me, when I see Sunil bhai eating that little bit of quinoa and 2 rotis, I'm like, अरे ये आदमी अगर करके 19 years खेल सकता है तो मैं भी करूँगा. Suresh and Sunil bhai sits together. Sunil bhai tells him at 39, अभी भी तुम्हें beat कर सकता हूँ. मुझे ये थोड़ा सा बताइए.
Because I quickly realized that our game is so much about your the way mentally and physically how fit you are. You know, I've always so I've told the boys, and I'm sure pretty sure the fans will understand that the ball is on with you 1.5 2 minutes. 2 plus is the Lionel Messi's. So out of the 90 minutes, you only have the ball, or you're doing actions with the ball for 1.5 minutes. If you're an average player, let's say if you're the best player of the team, 2 minutes. The rest 88 minute plus the extra time is all running, heading, fighting, sliding, understanding the game, and it's all about the culmination of your mentality and your physicality. So it's but obvious that you have to be in the optimum level. And in that context, what you eat comes, it's pivotal and comes as primary. And this I understood long back. There are tremendous amount of examples around the world. Some names that come in my head: Djokovic, Federer, Cristiano Ronaldo, Messi, LeBron James, all of them who have played after 35, 36, 37 in top level. They all were there for us to understand how important food is. Thankfully, the dressing room understands. As I said, I am when I'm going to leave. We have a great culture and people will follow, because what you eat really matters. For a normal person, it does, but for a sports person, is paramount. Is the most important thing.
You know, when Sachin announced his retirement and as his biographer, I remember that day and I called him and all of us got emotional. And he told me, listen. And I said, give me a quote, give me a quote. And exactly what I was telling you, Sunil, give me time. And he said, don't make me a retired cricketer till I am retired. And it has stayed with me. I don't want to sound its farewell, because you still will wear that captain's armband and step out against Kuwait in perhaps what is the most important match in Indian football in a long time. Can you tell me about that?
I couldn't have asked for any better retirement match. It was not planned. It happened, as I said, 2.5 months, 2 months that I just realized it instinct, and I acted on it. But what a game! Kuwait, we got to win. The draw is not enough. It is in Salt Lake. People are going to come, I'm pretty sure. What else do you want? I mean, it's one of those games that you want to play. And if you ever want to have a last game of your national team career, this is it. So as I said, I'm first in peace. I'm really happy. Like Sachin the Great, I wouldn't mind people calling me whatever they want to call, whether it's my last game, because I'm in peace. I've given everything that I've got inside me for the 19 years for the country. I'm looking forward for this last game against Kuwait, and then I'll play for the club for as many days as I can add value to the club. And yeah, I think the most important thing is that I'm in peace.
You know, the standout thing about you, I mean, Indian football in the last few months has not been great. The AFC wasn't great. The Afghanistan game wasn't great. And obviously, there was huge incentive for everybody. When you wear the India colours, it's incentive, right? Having said that, Kuwait, third round of the World Cup never happened. And now, by doing this, everyone I'm speaking to in your team, Sunil bhai ke liye karna hai, Sunil bhai ke liye karna. You have given that added injection. I mean, can you give me a sense of practice and training and what the boys are telling you?
Organically, it happened, and I'm glad it happened. But then I keep reminding them, do not let it pass the pressure. You know, in the meter, the motivation that, okay, fine, an added one, not a big one, but an added one that they want to do it for me, glad. But do not let it pass the meter of pressure, because at the end of the day, we need to be calm also. Of course, we're going to play at home. There'll be thousands of people supporting us. There'll be, a very invisible pressure that there always is when you're playing in Calcutta. A nice sweet pressure. Less for the country, more for the clubs that they play. But I think we already have all the ingredients for us to get motivated. If this is an added one, good. But I always calm them down that do not let it cross the part where you might feel pressurized.
As captain, I'm happy with the preparation, Sunil, because that's very important. If I see physically, mentally, this is a high pressure game. And you will have to, again, I mean, relatively younger players in the team, no Sandesh. That's something, because by the way, I spoke to Sandesh and he said he wants to come for his captain. He wants to come to Calcutta for his captain. He said, I told Sunil bhai, why this match when I should have been on the pitch? And
I had that conversation with him, and both of us don't like it. I never thought that I'll play my last game without Sandesh Jhingan. That's my love for him, because we were very close. As I've said a million times, if you want to go to a war, probably the first name that you want on the sheet is Sandesh Jhingan. It just, so I will miss him on my last game, but It is what it is. The preparation has been good. We have a longer camp, which what it does is, because there are so many players who left playing few days upar niche. The ones who played the last four had more training. The ones who did not had less training. So what the longer camp does is, the first 1 week we can all concentrate on the physical aspect of it, and then we can slowly build on the technical and tactical bit of the game. That's what we are doing. So that's what the luxury of long camp does, and such an important game. Good that we could get this long camp.
Last few questions. One, do you think that, at 15, 16, had you gone to Europe, you could have had a different kind of career? Because you had the greatest career in India, 94 goals, 19 years, longevity. Gurpreet was telling me you are our equivalent of Ronaldo or Messi. We all agree. But Europe, had you gone earlier, do you think something like that?
Something would have been different, yes, but then I wouldn't trade it with what I've got. I've told you this, I live an absolute dream. And I couldn't have asked for anything more. They say whenever you go back to history and you change something, there is an exponential change in the future. So if I would have gone back and changed some things, I wouldn't have probably got this. And I don't want to trade it, because what I've got is amazing. I couldn't have asked for anything. I couldn't have dreamt for anything more. So.
Will there be a cheat day after the 6th of June?
Oh, of course, there are some candidates, my wife being number one, my mom being number two. They've already asked for one. My cheat days are always good because of the food, but it comes nothing close to the company. Cheat days are always good with the right company, so yeah.
When was the last food cheat day?
I think we went to Darjeeling. Sadly, I got the pox. We had the break. We had planned. My mom, my dad, they flew from Delhi. My Sasuma flew from Calcutta. Me, Sonam and Dhruv, we flew from Bangalore. We all had a 5-day itinerary in Darjeeling, but we had to come back in 2 days only because I got the pox. So the first day when we went there, on the breakfast table, it was a cheat meal. Everybody enjoyed the parathas. And yeah, that was nice, but it was short-lived. And they still blame me for that the 5 days gone because of you.
If anyone wants to watch, please watch the Subrata Bhattacharya interview on Rev Sports, where Babla talks about Sunil and Sonam. Absolutely incredible love affair, that one. Again, these are role models of our country. Sunil, final words. Fans already have people have started asking for tickets. I don't know how many you will be asked for. But from internationally, Singapore, Dubai, India, different parts of India, everyone coming, not only for India, but also for Sunil Chhetri. Word for your fans.
Amazing. I have got really emotional, and I generally I'm a very sorted person, but the kind of love through your videos that I've got, all of you, is amazing. Thank you. Things are going to be fine. Don't worry. Team is in the right track. Don't worry. We can have a small dip because I'm going to leave, and I've played for 19 years. I understand, but we're in the right track. Indian football will be better. Don't worry. We all will do it.
Thank you very much, Captain. Thank you very, very much. And I wish you all the best for the 6th and beyond. But lead us to something historic, because we all need to celebrate you and India.
That's the plan. Thank you so much.